Thanks again for joining us to talk about the situation with our COVID-19 pandemic as it relates to our city here in Harlingen and locally in our county. And so let's just talk about where we are today, where we are on June the 10th, 2020. We look at the hospitalizations of COVID-related sicknesses in our hospitals. And what I really want to focus on is the trend from April 29th to June the 10th. And so as we can see, our hospitalizations in the city of Harlingen have trended down significantly from 26 on April 29th. They rose to 33 hospitalizations on May 11th, and then have continued to decline until last week we had only 12 hospitalizations, and then today just a few more. So those numbers are positive, and it means that we do have ample hospital capacity, and so we're grateful for that. Next numbers I'll share with you is the total numbers of COVID-19 tests which have been given recently, and the number of tests which were positive. So as of today, June the 10th, a total of 15,320 tests have been administered, and out of those, 951 individuals tested positive. So that means that just over 6% tested positive. Well, if we go back about a month to May 18th, we had 6,400 total tests had been given, with 619 people testing positive, and that's a percentage of 9.5%, almost 10%. By May 29th, the total percentage of positive tests to the total number of tests given had gone down to just over 7%. And then on June 3rd, it again went down to just over 6%. So for total tests given and total positives, that percentage seems to be declining, but that does not mean that the virus is not out there. It doesn't mean that we should not continue to practice physical distancing, the use of face masks when we're out in public. Those are to protect others, not to protect ourselves. So if you're not wearing a mask, don't think you're taking the risk. Please understand that you're potentially risking the health of others if you're not wearing a mask. You need to keep washing our hands often. We need to sanitize everything that we touch, and we need to continue to realize that this virus is real. It's killed 40 people in our communities, and it spreads fast in small places and among families. So please continue all of the practices that we've talked about for the last 2.5 months. I want to mention to you a spot on our website about reopening of businesses. I get a lot of questions about how many seats can we open, what places are open, what can we do as we reopen, because those rules change from week to week. It's very confusing, and it's even confusing for me. But fortunately, on the city's website, you can go there, look on the left side, and you'll see some bars under popular links. Look at the 5th blue box down, and that has your reopening checklist. And you can go, and it will describe for you restaurants, it will describe other businesses, and you can get the very latest information about what's allowed to be open, how many people can be in a business, and what that business needs to do. So please use our city's website as a resource to help you understand what the current situation is. COVID-19 testing continues to be available at the places that we've described in the past. The UTRGV campus on Treasure Hills Boulevard has testing on Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 5. you need to call their 1-800 number, 1-833-877-4863 for a reservation and determine whether you qualify. And if you're a Harlingen resident, you can also be tested at the Brownsville site. So go to btxcares.com to get your reservation there. National Guard testing sites will continue to be available in our communities, not necessarily in Harlingen, but you can find one, and we'll put those up here on this video so you know when and where those are taking place. You will not have to have a reservation to go to the National Guard testing sites. You can just go and get a test as a drive-through. Food banks, lots of people continue to have hard times right now, and so there's help available through our partnership with the food banks. We had one food distribution on June the 10th. We're having another one at the Harlingen Soccer Complex on June 17th from 9 to 11. And remember, Way of the Cross Ministries on F Street is distributing food on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 3 p.m. And we thank them for their volunteerism. The Harlingen Helps program is continuing to help local businesses with loans of up to $10,000 for small businesses that qualify, and a second round of loans was just announced. So if you there is still time. If you think you may qualify, or to find out if you qualify, go to the Harlingen Economic Development Corporation website or call the Harlingen Economic Development Corporation to get information, because there's still an opportunity to get some help from the City of Harlingen and the Harlingen Economic Development Corporation. We can't stress enough the importance of everyone participating in our census. Please call or respond to your census or go online. If you have not gotten a census application or response card with your number, there's still a way to do it by calling on the phone or going online. And if you need help, call us here at the City of Harlingen, and we'll walk you through the process and try to help you as much as possible. It's very important, especially as we recover from this economic devastation of our communities and country, and we will need help going forward, and everybody needs to be counted. So please, please do your part. Again, thank you to all of you for doing your part. We are getting through this. We are having an opportunity to see our numbers go down, but we're concerned that people are just going to forget that it's important to continue these important practices. So don't let your guard down, and we thank you for doing that. We thank all of our first responders, our grocers, our policemen, and our firemen, everyone who does their part, our emergency services operators and responders, and everyone here at the City of Harlingen, all of our staff who work so hard to keep our city going and to keep our community safe and our streets safe. And we thank each and every one of you. So we're getting through this. We're going to continue to get through it. Harlingen strong. Thanks for taking a look at this and getting the latest information.